What if a complete Russian convoy of hundreds of cars traveling deep into Ukraine was trapped, ambushed, and burned in the early morning fog? The newly released photographs are disastrous for the invaders. Overturned trucks smoke, motorcycles burn, and private vehicles are abandoned in terror. Russian soldiers expecting to advance uncontested were met by a tenacious Ukrainian defense based on precise intelligence, drone monitoring, and bravery. Not a drill. At Pokrovsk, Ukrainian forces have shown that even overwhelming numbers cannot defeat them. Ukrainian drones found a large Russian motorized convoy going through Pokrovsk yesterday morning. The convoy featured armored vehicles, supply trucks, and civilian vans converted for military purposes, showing Russian logistics desperation and creativity. Ukrainian forces acted quickly. They stunned the convoy at a crucial crossroads with precision hits, delaying the Russian assault. The aftermath is shown in social media footage certified by Ukrainian volunteer groups. Under persistent attack, vehicles are wrecked, soldiers retreat, and engines and metal burn. Russian forces deployed their main infantry poorly despite holding 90% of Pokrovsk. Their intermittent infiltration attempts have been foiled. Due to weather and tactical errors, several Russian forces are trapped in buildings or basements waiting for reinforcements. Ukraine has used the early fog to rotate soldiers and resupply positions safely as Russian forces struggle to maneuver. Ukrainian troops surgically attack the Russian convoy. Every part of the ambush targeted Russian formation weaknesses. Ukrainian artillery and precision attacks isolated vehicles, drones detected target concentrations, and ground personnel coordinated to cut escape routes. Ukrainian volunteer videos show the situation in frightening detail. The mayhem saw motorcycles on fire, armored trucks wrecked, and soldiers crying for medical help. Russia suffered immediate injuries from explosions, shrapnel, and fallen vehicles. Interestingly, some Russian soldiers survived the initial attack. Those who escaped into surrounding buildings were trapped by the Ukrainian encirclement and difficult terrain. Due to bad weather, evacuation was practically difficult. Russian chaos is shown by soldiers stranded in basements, some signaling for aid. Ukrainian forces took advantage of these conditions to advance tactically and secure sites that neutralized Russian mobility. Drones are crucial. The action was monitored by agile, well-coordinated Ukrainian drones. They accurately tracked Russian movements, located weak locations, and guided artillery strikes. Ukrainian forces avoided direct blows from Russian drones, demonstrating superior tactical planning. This technology advantage and accurate ground operations have turned a Russian advance into an infantry onslaught. Airspace and intelligence control determine survivability. Russian forces used aviation glide bombs and artillery to regroup. One of their most powerful glide bombs was used to attack Ukrainian forces in adjacent communities. Ukrainian fortifications and deliberate withdrawals limited damage from district-wide explosions. Russian strategy shows desperation and poor strategic planning. Heavy use of overwhelming firepower without considering precision and battlefield dynamics. Russian propaganda claims Ukrainian surrender and tactical failures, however independent verification contradicts this. Russian military outlets produced alleged Ukrainian capitulation videos, casting doubt on their validity. Even Russian maps that seek to encircle Ukrainian soldiers in Myrnograd are unreliable and overstated. Ukraine controls crucial sites and can respond to Russian advances. Strategically pivotal Pokrovsk. Control of this area might allow Russian forces to encircle southern populations. Even with hundreds of troops and heavy equipment, Russia fails to consolidate advantages, as the recent ambush shows. Over years, Ukrainian soldiers have fortified important sites, dug defensive trenches, and created natural choke points to protect their strongholds. Any additional Russian advance will take massive men and resources, perhaps causing unsustainable losses. The threat persists. Reports suggest several hundred Russian reinforcements are being sent. However, the recent ambush suggests that Ukrainian vigilance and drone dominance may bring these reinforcements down. The morning fog, weather, and Ukrainian tactical rotations help the defenders. Ukrainian troops conduct high-risk, high-reward maneuvers. Special forces seized Pokrovsk's last inhabited buildings, dodging Russian drones and local resistance. Ukrainian soldiers used planning and improvisation to outmaneuver larger forces in close-quarter battles. Precision and coordination reduced casualties from Russian drone near hits. This is crucial to modern warfare. Training, technology, and environmental awareness can overcome numerical disadvantage. Military pressure and logistical paralysis plague Russian troops in Pokrovsk. Blocked routes, limited supplies, and terrible weather make evacuation and reinforcement impossible. Many are in basements or ruined buildings awaiting reinforcements that may never arrive, reports say. Ukrainian units operate, resupply, rotate. Hidden behind tactical and natural advantages. Russian soldiers periodically enter Konstantinovka, Alexandrivka, and Katarinka beyond Pokrovsk. However, advancement is gradual and controversial. Years of Ukrainian defensive preparations have caused major obstacles. Trenches, defenses, and choke points make Russian pushes costly. Even after briefly taking area, Ukrainian counterattacks have interrupted consolidation, leaving Russian troops susceptible to fresh ambushes. Southern theater, notably Dnieper River, is stressful. Russia faces tactical opposition to crossing and building bridgeheads. If Russian forces concentrate, Ukrainian battalions can build small enclaves to trap and isolate them. Pokrovsk goes beyond battle. Defense of this vital fulcrum shapes regional activities. Politics still drive the dispute. Despite international condemnation, Russian leaders, including Lavrov, justify actions with demilitarization and denazification rhetoric. These narratives collapse on the battlefield. Instead, they demonstrate Russian political ambitions versus military realities. Ukrainian tenacity and foreign aid hamper Russian ambitions, revealing planning and execution failures. Despite workarounds, US-EU sanctions have hurt Russian logistics and oil revenue. Strategic management of sanctions and reinforcements is needed to pressure Moscow and support Ukrainian efforts. Pokrovsk and adjacent areas are full of political, economic, and military realities, highlighting the conflict's complexity. Ukraine has serious corruption and management issues. Energy and military financing issues have surfaced. These issues shadow the administration but have not hampered Ukrainian frontline soldiers. Defensive and tactical domination by soldiers, volunteers, and local command units separates political volatility from military effectiveness. This contradiction between internal administration and frontline success illustrates Ukrainian military and social resilience. Human factor, discipline, and strategic creativity deter Russian attacks despite scandals and resource mismanagement. Reports say Russian troops took many Zaporizhia and neighboring areas. Ukrainian defensive lines have slowed progress. Russian pockets are probable, but Ukrainian soldiers are carefully situated to prevent encirclement. Due to waterways and fortified communities, Russian movements are predictable. Russian operational tempo has increased in some sectors, but tactical blunders and strong Ukrainian countermeasures nullify the advantage, military specialists say. Pokrovsk is a defensive linchpin. Rapid enemy movement meets calculated, prepared, and technologically strengthened opposition, generating results that defy math. Ukraine's Pokrovsk ambush displays its ability to anticipate, adapt, and respond to overwhelming conditions. Russian forces face an operating environment that punishes overextension and poor coordination despite their numerical superiority and heavy equipment. Weather, topography, drones, and local expertise make Ukraine's battlefield innovative. The future is uncertain. Russian reinforcements and bombings will continue. Ukraine has disciplined and well-positioned defenses. Each failed strike, convoy damage, and penetration lowers Russian morale and logistics. Pokrovsk's defense is a stunning reminder. Resilience, planning, and tactic can defeat tough opponents. As the Ukraine battle proceeds, Pokrovsk emphasizes a bigger point. Victory demands more than men and guns. Defending a nation from constant attack requires intelligence, coordination, courage, and willpower. Every drone attack, ambush, and counterattack communicates. Ukraine will keep, and breaking promises is costly.